was the French goalie of the year in 2023. But he moved on to Slovakia. So Canada, the home team in this game, wearing its reds. As Gebe moves that back around. France beat Canada. There's a quick chance there, turned away by
Julian Juncker gets into the game early. A couple really good chances. Forster crossbody one-timer. He cuffs that with the elbow.
And there have been some closer calls than you might expect. Now a steal by Konechny. Travis Konechny back across to Crosby. Here's Celebrini with it. Macklin Celebrini. Back to Crosby. To Mackenzie Weegar with a shot. And that's gloved by Juncker. Drops it down for Ritz. These teams have also met at the World Junior Championship. France qualified once. That was the 02 tournament in Czechia. As there's Konechny with a shot. And Juncker makes a save. Crosby feeds it off the side of the goal. And it's brought out by Phil Deneau. Jumping it across the French line, Deneau. Sharp angle shot, knocked away.
Committed to that poke check.
Gallet lost the handle. Evans back across to Weegar. Shoots, scores! No, hit the goalpost, it came out. The referee pointed at the net.
Mackenzie Weegar, he's won a world championship before, and he almost opens the scoring here. And that clean thunk off the post. Forster didn't obviously see it right across the goal line.
There's Montour again. Down to Johnson for Montour. Winds and shoots from a sharp angle. That deflects wide. Johnson back on it. Trip back down to the French zone and back to pick it up is Gebe. Leclerc fell. Forster's got it. Centers it. Backhand shot. And Horvat scores. Bo Horvat with a nifty move in tight has his third of the World Championship.
Playing on the first line with Forster and McKinnon, if we're going to call it that. And a good forecheck, taking advantage of a fall by Leclerc, who stepped on the puck, but the touch around the defenders is tight. And then the cheeky little off-speed chip. It's so nice. Just drag it through and then underneath the arm. Juncker to open the scoring.
His first World Championship, played in the 2022 World Junior Championship for Canada, won a gold medal in the summer. Here comes Horvat again, takes the lead pass, another backhand shot. Now Weegar maintains possession. Mackenzie Weegar on the line, can't hold it. Flips it ahead to McKinnon, snaps that pass in for Konechny, moving in and shooting. And Juncker makes the save on that. Celebrini moves in, flips that back to Crosby. Macklin Celebrini. In for Rigger, chance of Konechny at the goalpost.
Look at Travis Konechny, just saying, what a pass from Sidney Crosby, right to Konechny, just standing there. Anywhere upstairs will do, and he rings it off the outside of the post. The early shoulder check from Crosby.
Riker Evans back across to Johnson. Then Johnson's got some room. Wraparound try. Juncker makes the stop. Able to hang on to the rebound with Ventilli.
Work to get across with that one, as Kent Johnson had a good gap. Juncker's right pad gets outside the post. That's not where you want it to be, but he's able to scramble back and get over to the far post just in time for Kent Johnson's wraparound attempt. And Horvat is getting shot after shot after shot while everyone gets drawn into McKinnon. Seems obvious, but not everyone can do it as well as Horvat is.
Baudon moves in. And Spurgeon back to pick it up. Around for Sanheim. O'Reilly, lead pass for Kent Johnson. Catches that pass, feeds it back to Cooley with a shot, scores! A lightning strike for Canada as Johnson finds Cooley. And Will Cooley has his first at a World Championship.
Could have tucked it in the empty net, but the play by Ryan O'Reilly at the bench really set this up. He stepped on the ice, stopped it with his skate, sealed it with his stick, and then set up Johnson and Cooley on a 2-on-1 quick pass and a nice release to the top corner. Cooley, who
Bouloud moves back. Forced there by Johnson. Kept alive by Shen, and long shot by Sanheim, kicked out. Deneau. Pivots away from Gallet. Back at the line. Long shot by Dobson. Rebound. Uyghur stopped by Junka.
Texier straightened up Uyghur.
Yes. Gibby shoots off the pipe and out. Baudon shoots again, tipped in front. Bennington leans and is able to make the save.
Gonna get faster.
Belmar for the face-off. Belmar, a teammate of 5 of these Canadian players at one point in his 10-year NHL career. And now picked off by McKinnon. In comes Nathan McKinnon with Horvat. Horvat back across to Forrester, shoots short side, and Junka makes the stop on that. Texier almost off to the races, but Matheson knocked it down and feeds it back into the French zone.
You'd have a hard time catching Texier if he got in alone. He is a speedster.
Now Deneau in with a chance, and the rebound tapped wide by Shan.
Yes, you got that. Keep that rope coming.
McKinnon and Horvat have worked their magic on the power play so far in this tournament. Montour to McKinnon. Shoots. And a great chance ever Konecny turned away in tight by Junka. And McKinnon feeds that back to Konecny for Horvat. The puck. And a bunch of skates, and Horvat couldn't pick it out. Now Montour back with it. Down to Crosby. Crosby walks right in, shoots, scores! Sidney Crosby roofs it. Power play goal, and Canada takes a 3-0 lead.
Putting on a show. You try to pressure Canada, it's always going to be dangerous because one good pass, and he gets on the right side of Hugo Gallet. He can't catch him, and Junka thinks he has it sealed. Crosby finally takes it aggressive to the net. Not a lot of room up there, but Crosby finds it without any trouble. The edge work to peel out of the corner and then accelerate. Gallet can't even get a stick on him when he was right beside him. There. World Championships.
Hungary starts the third period with a 2-1 lead on Kazakhstan in Group B in Herning, Denmark. Here is Crosby with it. Down to Horvat. Back to Crosby. Chips that back to Montour. Feeds it across. McKinnon a hard shot. Junka the save on that. Here's McKinnon back across to Crosby. Centers it for Horvat. That jam play is turned away. McKinnon. Feeds it down to Konecny, and back in front is Horvat, scores! And Bo Horvat has his second of the game and a third power play goal in the tournament.
Power play. And it's another Horvat one-timer, but the flow of the bodies just drifting in and out of holes, and Horvat just instinctively exchanges with Crosby. Crosby darts to the strong side, draws attention, and Horvat flares out to the backside, able to go with a sweeper. Good little pass from Konecny, elevates it to get to Horvat, rolling puck, slings it up.
Here's Spurgeon back with it. He was drafted by the Islanders. They didn't sign him. He went to Minnesota's development camp, got an invite to their training camp. As Tim Bozon moves in, that's knocked down in front. Chance for Kevin Bozon. Bertrand. Back across, Anthony Recchi finds Baudon, moves it and shoots. Bennington makes the stop and hangs on to that. Shen, rink wide to Hayton. In comes Barrett Hayton. In on Cleon, drops that back, and Montour steps into that, scores! It deflected, then off Junka in, and Montour has his first
I enjoy the pile of five guys having a conversation
Did you touch it?
as to who got that goal. Nice job by Barrett Hayton, driving it wide and deep, enabling Montour to walk in this one, and it just hits Junka and rolls up and over. Bit of a roller. Does it just spin, or does it catch a piece of a stick? No, that's just top spin. And you can watch the way Montour shoots that. His bottom hand.
There is shoulder pads from Junior. He famously, as Johnson busts in, Kent Johnson with a chance, shoots. Junka makes the save at the start of every season.
Just finds a way to get around offensive chances. As he spots a break, jumps on a loose puck, he's in alone. This is the right ankle. It famously has all the salt stains all over it by the end of the year.
Johnson goes rink wide, a chance for celebrating, turned away by Junka.
Shot. Lefties like to put it in on that ankle and just missed the target there. Then he gets.
And Canada will run its record to 14-2 all time against France with a 5-0 win. Jordan Binnington makes 15 saves for the shutout.